Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Gloria Atta. Welcome. On a sad note, former Uruguayan president Jose Mujica, known as the world's poorest president because of his modest lifestyle, has reportedly passed on. Mujica, who governed Uruguay from 2010 to 2015, died at the age of 89. It was gathered that the deceased had been suffering from esophageal cancer. While in office, Mujica refused to move into the presidential residence as heads of state around the world usually do. Instead, he remained with his wife, Lucia Topolansky, in their modest home on the outskirts of Montevideo with no domestic help and little security. May his soul rest in peace. Following the controversies surrounding the 2025 JAMB Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, a parent identified as Tunde Rufai has pleaded with the examination body to release his son's Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination result, which was withheld due to JAMB's underage policy. Rufai, who said his son will be turning 16 by October 9th, which is just a 9-day difference, asked JAMB to reconsider its decision. JAMB had stated that a child has to be 16 years on or before 30th September 2025 to be eligible for UTME, except the children who show exceptional intelligence. Recall that the former Minister of Education, Tahir Mamman, had also introduced a similar policy in 2024, which was later reversed after facing backlash from stakeholders. Meanwhile, the current admission age into most universities and other tertiary institutions in Nigeria is 16 years, although no legal backing has been given for this requirement. Some Abuja residents share their opinion on the issue.
I don't know why the government is making a policy that doesn't have to do with, that is barbaric policy. If somebody is brilliant, even you can give him two times promotions. It depends on the brilliancy. So that will not disturb. A lot of these rich people, their children get admission to university at the age of 16, 15. We have someone in Unilag that they have to wait for another 1 year before he was admitted to read medicine. So what we are saying that is not even a good policy. Waiting for 18 is not. Why we have to wait for 18 years before a boy getting admission to university? To do what? If it's brilliant.
It should have been above 18 because experience counts. One should be able to at least be of age. Why we have a lot of people today unemployed is because a child will graduate between the age of 22, 24, and he will still not be experienced. Theoretically, it's okay, but when it comes to practical aspect of that which he has been taught of, he has nothing to do. So that age of maturity getting to 18, 20, 21 is good. When we compare to what happened in the past, when a child of 18 years will still be in primary school, 30 something, you will graduate. They were so useful compared to what we have today. So I'm fully in support of the federal government directive.
Then, but when it comes to the age of entering the university, that's where it comes because of juvenile delinquency. Sometimes at that younger age, they're being influenced by a lot of bad things. A lot of influences, drug addiction, cultism, and being manipulated because they're young and they're very naive.
Personally, I know I gained admission at the age of 16. So by 20, I was done with my first degree. Yes, so most important thing is the foundation. It's the foundation of the child. When you give a child a good foundation with a good brain capacity, you can meet up. But when you go to China, what's the education system? They are doing it. At a younger age, they are doing what a university graduate cannot do in Nigeria.
Meanwhile, a 19-year-old female secondary school student identified as Okpesunsi Faith Timilayin has reportedly taken her life in Odogunyan, Ikorodu, Lagos State on Monday after receiving her 2025 UTME JAMB result. She had applied to study microbiology and was said to be deeply disappointed by her score of 190, which she considered lower than her 2024 result. After ingesting a substance suspected to be rodent poison, Timilayin reportedly went to her sister's office and asked for palm oil to ease the pain. However, her sister, unaware of what had happened, initially ignored her request, and moments later, she raised an alarm when Timilehin's condition worsened, attracting neighbors and sympathizers. Efforts to save her life proved futile as she was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Meanwhile, 30 minutes after her death, a provisional admission message from JAM arrived in her Gmail inbox. Senator representing Edo North Senatorial Zone, Adams Oshiomole, has dared TV anchor and former presidential spokesperson Dr. Reuben Abati to a fight over what he described as disrespectful and mischievous comments made on live television. Oshiomole issued the challenge on Tuesday during an appearance on a live television program where he reacted to a recent episode of another program in which Abati questioned former Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa if he had gotten permission from Oshiomole that his sins were now forgiven before he decided to decamp to the APC. Oshiomole, who is a former president of the Nigeria Labour Congress and ex-governor of Edo State, said he found it absurd that Abati would imply he had such powers within the APC. And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gloria Atta. Bye for now.